children, students, parents, and teachers of Buddhist Sunday School or Moral Education. This is Brother Otik Bin from the PBHP Sunday School, Kelantan, Malaysia. May you all be well and peaceful. I'm going to do a Dhamma sharing with you through the use of 4 simple songs with good Dhamma teachings. Before you watch and listen to the songs, let me explain the Dhamma in the lyrics of the songs. Children's songs of goodness. They are all together 4 songs. The first song is generosity, loving kindness, and wisdom. And the song will be sung to the tune of the Mandarin song, Xiao Bai Chuan. Now, generosity, which is dana in Pali, is a very important thing for all of you to practice. To be generous, to do charitable acts, to help people, to serve, that is very important. Loving kindness or metta, and that also is very important. If you practice kindness and love to people, then you will be liked by your teachers, by your friends, by your family members, and all people. The third one is wisdom. Now, wisdom is a very important thing, to know what is the correct thing to do, to know what is right and what is wrong, and to be very clear in your thinking, not to be confused, to be muddled up and do the wrong things. Let us start explaining the lyrics of the song. Cut off greed, hatred, delusion. You know, greed is a very, very bad thing. A greedy person will suffer in the end, and he causes suffering to other people. Then we have hatred, and also anger, ill will, aversion. To be hateful, to be angry is not a good thing. It will cause you harm, and also will cause harm to others. And then the third mental poison that causes us to suffer is delusion or ignorance, not knowing the true nature of things. And you can see this picture here representing the 3 mental poisons by animals. The first one is the rooster, right? The rooster or the cockerel. And this actually represents greed or attachment that will lead us to much pain and suffering in this life and also in future lives when we get reborn. And the next one, which is the snake. This snake here, you can see the snake here, represents aversion, anger, hatred. And these are not good states of mind. When you are angry or when you are hateful, you don't feel good. You suffer in your mind, isn't it? So that is the second mental poison. And the third one you can see is the pig. Now this pig represents ignorance or delusion, foolishness, not knowing what are the good things that should be done, what are the right things, not having the proper view, the right view, confused state, blur blur, and getting into trouble, into pain and suffering because of delusion. So this is the first line. Of course, just now we say that we have to practice dana, which is a very important practice in all religions. That we must help people, we must serve, we must also donate to the needy. That is generosity, which is dana. And then, of course, we must have metta. Metta is loving kindness or friendliness or benevolence in our heart. And when we practice this loving kindness, then you find you can get a lot of benefits. You relate to people well, and you'll be more happy, joyful, and peaceful. So do practice metta or loving kindness. And of course, wisdom is a very important thing to cultivate the mind to be wise through our learning of the Dhamma, understanding the Dhamma, practicing the Dhamma. Like for example, you can learn to meditate and you can listen to good teachings from good monks or nuns or lay Dhamma preachers who can teach very good Dhamma lessons. So you become wise and you will do the right things and you'll be more peaceful. You won't get into trouble. And in the practice of Dhamma, or also in your everyday life when you study, you must never give up what you set out to do. You must try and try. Never give up. I know there are some that come to the Buddhist Sunday school. Then after 1 or 2 years, they say difficult, boring, and then they drop out. And that is not a good attitude. We must try to learn, understand, and practice, and gradually you will see the changes. You'll see you'll be more peaceful. Likewise, also, when you do your studies, even if you fail sometimes, it does not matter. Somebody once said, a motivator, failure is not failure, but failure is failing to get up after you have fallen. So don't be discouraged. If you don't succeed the first few times, keep on trying, not only in your Dhamma practice, but in your everyday life. Then one day, you will definitely succeed. You will achieve important goals, and in Buddhist practice, your mind will become better and better until you can become enlightened like the Buddha. So in Dhamma practice, we must not give up. We just persevere on, and we must put in the effort, our industry, and we must be patient. Don't think you can get things overnight like a 3-minute Maggie mee. You need to be patient to be able to endure some of the hardship, some of the difficulties, and then gradually you see the tremendous benefits that come. This is this line. And once you keep on trying, not giving up, patient, very diligent, then one day you will reach a very high level of peace and bliss. Bliss will be fantastic, very high happiness and joy. Just like the Buddha. He struggled on until he became enlightened. Then he attained perfect peace and bliss. So that is the goal. So never give up. So again, the lyrics repeat themselves, asking you to cut off greed, hatred, delusion, to practice, watch the mind, make sure that you are not greedy, make sure that you don't get angry easily, and then make sure you are not ignorant, not knowing the important things, not knowing what is righteous, what is moral, and you do foolish things that will be delusion and will get you into trouble if you are deluded. So you see, the practice of Dhamma has this important goal of cutting the greed, the anger, hatred, enmity, ill will in us, and the ignorance. Then again, it reminds you to practice generosity. If you practice generosity, you will find the joy of dana, helping other people who are in need. The people, of course, also feel happy, and you yourself will feel happy if you do sincere charity. And this is practiced in all religions. So we must practice generosity or dana or charity. And the other point is we must show loving kindness in our heart. practice metta bhavana, the meditation on loving kindness. And you can get many benefits. There are altogether actually 11 benefits of metta bhavana. And here you can see the Buddha teaching the monks. So don't forget the importance of metta or loving kindness. In simple words, be kind to yourself, to other people, to your family members, and to all beings. And of course, just now we said we must cultivate wisdom. How do we cultivate wisdom? By learning, understanding, practicing the Dhamma that you learn in the Buddhist Sunday school, or maybe by listening to the teachings of very cultivated monks, or listening to talks given pertaining to the suttas, the Buddha's teachings. This way, when you practice, you will have wisdom rising in your mind. And just now I will mention to you, must keep on trying. Remember the story of this famous scientist Thomas Edison, who invented the electric bulb. You know how many times he tried the experiment? More than 800 times he tried to get the bulb lighting up. He did not succeed at first. After many, many tries, his friends asked him to give up, you cannot succeed. He said, no. Every time I learn something, and finally, he succeeded, and now he is regarded as a very famous scientist, the inventor of the electric bulb. So we must always strive on to achieve the goal. And as Buddhists, we try to attain enlightenment, just like the Buddha. And if you start when you are young, wow, you have a very, very good future ahead. You get great and greater peace and happiness. Again, these two things you must not forget. The diligence, you must strive on diligently, put in good hard work, and always be patient in whatever you do. If you don't have patience, you cannot attain anything. No pain, no gain. You have to endure some hardship, and then the day will come when you will get tremendous benefits. And of course, the final goal is if you reach the highest peak, that is enlightenment, where you have perfect peace, happiness, and bliss. And that was what the Buddha attained in enlightenment. Again, this tells you that we will eventually, if we practice the Dhamma well, reach the ultimate peace and bliss of Nibbana, enlightenment. The second simple song is called How to Be Good. And this song is sung to the tune of My Bonnie. Perhaps many of you have learned this in the kindergarten or when you were in primary. Remember the song? My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. That is the tune. But you will see afterwards, when the song is sung, the lyrics are all pertaining to Dhamma. Very good Dhamma lessons in the lyrics. But the tune is My Bonnie. How to be good. First thing, very important, in the 5 precepts, the first precept, I take the precept of not to kill. So please do not kill any living or sentient being. Why? Because you're causing suffering and harm to other beings if you kill. If somebody kills you also, your family members will be very sad, and before you die, you also feel so scared, isn't it? So killing is, of course, an unwholesome action. It's not good. So do not kill. Even if the animals are small animals. Insects, for example. Right? The second one is, please do not steal. There's a second precept. Not to take what is not given to you. Why? Very, very logical reason. Do you want people to steal your things? To come to your house and rob you? Of course, You wouldn't want that. It will cause you suffering, pain, sorrow. So likewise also, we should not take what is not given to us. We will suffer not only in this life. In terms of the law, the police may catch you and put you in jail if you rob or you burgle or you steal. And in the next life, when you get reborn, you will not go into a happy state. So stealing in all religions is not a good action. Then the third point here is please do not lie. Pertaining to the speech, if you tell lies, you can cause suffering to other people, not only to yourself. You remember the story of the boy who cried wolf that you heard in your primary days? This little boy, looking up at the sheep, maybe he wants to play the fool. So he said, wolf, wolf. He called the villagers to come and help him. But when the villagers came, no wolf. He was lying. And he did that the second time. Again, no wolf. So he caused much hardship and suffering to the kampong or villagers, isn't it? And the third time, when the actual wolf came, when the real wolf came to eat the sheep, he shouted for help. Help, help, help. Wolf is here eating my sheep. People don't believe him anymore. And the sheep were killed, right? So you see the dangers of lying and cheating. You must be honest. Apart from lying, you have a few other things regard to speech. We must not talk bad about other people. What we call slander, carry tales, and cause a lot of trouble and problem. That is not a good action. And the third thing is we must not use harsh speech, very bad words, causing people to be hurt. So harsh speech is not good. And then we have the fourth one, no gossiping. Gossip, talking, right? Nonsense, things which do not benefit people. We should talk constructive things, like maybe sharing good Dhamma stories with your friends, right? And then maybe reading, and then after that telling to other people all the good things, the Dhamma stories, not just empty talk. If you don't follow this, we kill, we steal, we lie, what will happen? You find that your mind inside, your heart inside, you won't feel good. You'll be disturbed. Your conscience is affected. You will feel bad. So, breaking these moral rules not only harms other people, it also harms yourself, isn't it? So very important, remember these three important precepts or moral rules. So you make the pledge, I shall kill no insect, no animals, no human beings, because it is bad action. Right? This is the lyric that you're going to hear later on. I shall not steal, even small objects. Don't say, now mind lah, I steal a few pencils from my friends. Or you simply go and take other people's things without permission, without people knowing. That is not good, because you cause harm to other people and suffering. Right? So that's the second thing. So if you follow these rules, then you become what we call a very good little child with good morality, with good precepts. And this kind little child you find is well liked by many people. You can see here, everyone will then love you. Who would love or like a person, a boy or a student who kills small animals, who steals other people's things, and then who lies, who talks bad about other people, who uses very terrible speech, harsh speech, bad words, or who simply says nonsense, right? Nonsense thing, gossiping, doesn't say things which can benefit people. So if you are like that, many people will not like you. So if we have these sort of habits or traits, then we say, wow, very true. then we must change, right? So this is reputation. Please do not kill. I've seen, small kids sometimes, they catch the small insects and then try to kill them or torture them by pulling the wings of the butterfly or breaking the legs of the small insects like cockroaches. That is not good, right? It has what we call bad karma, torturing or killing other living things. Again, emphasis, please do not steal, do not cheat, and do not take things that are not given to you. And then you can see this Pinocchio cartoon, lying. And some people, they have this bad habit of lying. So it becomes so common. You must change. You must watch your mind and think, oh, I learned this Dhamma lesson. Therefore, I must be careful not to speak falsehood, not to lie, but to speak the truth. And people trust you. Later on, when you become businessmen or even politicians, right? Or any professionals, people know, wow, this person is an honest person. He doesn't cheat, he doesn't lie. He's full of integrity. Then you see, you will be successful and happy. Now already I mentioned, you will break these moral rules, they have bad karmic effects. Right? Do bad, bad will come to you. Do good, good will come to you. So we keep on reminding ourselves in the mind, then it becomes part and parcel of us. Our character builds up. Then we become so nice, pleasant people. Family members like us, and then outside world also we relate well. So remember, very important, the research. This is reputation, to be very mindful not to do any killing, not to steal even small objects. Sometimes people, they are not aware. I remember a case where one of my friends in the association, he took the vacuum cleaner from the association without telling anybody. He didn't mean to steal. He just took it back to use at home and nobody knew. So I and the assistant secretary, search, for that 300 or 400 vacuum cleaner, quite new one, for days, very, very great suffering, going this place, that place, upstairs and search and just couldn't find it. And finally, I thought, I think it might be this person very careless. So I asked him, did you see the vacuum cleaner? He said, yeah, in my house. That is not a good action, right? So you cause suffering to other people, even though you don't mean to really steal, you just want to take it, but nobody knows, right? So you know what I mean. So this is to tell you that a kind little child, a good little child, everyone will then love you. And this is also reputational to tell you that if you are good, you are kind, you follow morality, you are helpful, you do dana, and you develop your mind, definitely more and more people will love you. And isn't that very good? The next song is sung to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which you know, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder what you are. I think you learned it in kindergarten. But now you're going to see the lyrics, which have very good Dhamma teachings. The title is How I Love You, Everyone. Creatures all beneath the sun, all living things on earth, and also perhaps in outer space or other planets. All these creatures have lives. They are what we call sentient beings. Whether they have 2 feet like human beings, or whether they have 4 feet like your cats and your dogs, or some of the animals like the elephants, the tigers, the lions, right? Or 6 feet insects, isn't it? Right? Cockroaches, mosquito, insects have 6 feet. Or no feet. No feet, for example, you see a snake, you may see a worm. So regardless of all these things, you still have metta. You still love every of that, of a living thing. How I love you, everyone. So your mind is very peaceful, you're very, very kind, and you will get the positive things back to you because of your metta and kindness. That's the way it should be done. And this was taught by the Buddha. The Buddha taught loving kindness to practice this. And you are doing very well if you practice this. That is a very important Dhamma teaching. Again, it repeats, creatures all beneath the sun. You can see all the different creatures. 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, no feet, whatever. You still have metta for them. You're kind to them. You don't kill them, harm them, right? Cause suffering. All creatures beneath the sun, right? Don't say, yeah, this animal not good, I kill the fella lah. This one very irritating lah. That means your mind is angry. Your mind has ill will, hatred, right? Which is not good. This is reputation. You can see the various animals, right? So when you visit the zoo, for example, you can see there are so many animals and you feel happy, right? You see them so innocent, and you of course don't go and throw stones at them lah, or do something funny to them, isn't it? You're harming them. So you love all sentient beings, and that's the way it should be done. And you can see this picture, very, very good. This poor boy, probably he fractured his leg, or he might have some problems in the leg. They couldn't walk properly. He had to use the crutches or some, walking sticks or whatever, and he fell. And then this kind person who has metta straight away came to help him, and that is a very kind, good act of metta, dana, metta. So when you look at this, I also must be like him. And of course, he will be well liked. So again, it tells you, all creatures beneath the sun, how I love you, everyone. Metta to all, right? You can see some Westerners go to Africa, right? You have so many poor, suffering African children who are poor, don't have enough clothes to wear, not enough food to eat. And you have these people like Bodhisattvas. They go and help all these people. And that is very cool. Then you can see another very good picture here, where you see there are people who are so kind. They go to old folks' home, or maybe even go to the Rumah Kanak Cacat, the handicapped children's home, or maybe some other homes where you have poor ladies who have no homes. They are already, suffering lah. The husbands have left them. All sorts of homes where these poor people need help. So if help is given to them, that is a very, very good action, right? Welfare, under the welfare work, outreach work. The last of the songs I explained before when you listen to the song is Little Bodhi Leaf. A very simple tune of Little Indian, the tune. Bodhi, the word Bodhi means awaken. It's the state of enlightenment. So the Buddha was awakened. He became enlightened, right? So when you are enlightened, you don't have any more suffering. You have perfect peace, happiness, freedom, and it's all compassion, kindness, right? All the good qualities, and that is the Buddha. And you can see this picture. He got the enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. You have seen the shape of the Bodhi leaf, right? And then this place here is actually the place where Buddha got enlightenment, in a place called Buddha Gaya. And that is the Bodhi tree, but of course it's the Chuchu lah. The original one died already, but he left behind the next generation, the Chuchu lah. So this is the Bodhi tree in that place called the Diamond Throne. So when we were in India for the pilgrimage, we visited this place and we were allowed to go in. This is a very, very strictly controlled place, a UNESCO heritage. So we are allowed to go there and do our prayers, our respect, to reflect on the Buddha getting the enlightenment. So you made the aspiration, one day you too can visit this place, right? And then this one here, of course, it shows the Bodhi tree in the Vihara, Bricksfield, right? Buddhist Mahavihara, the Bodhi tree there. Right. So the song actually just simple song. It tells you about the Bodhi leaf. So when we went to India, we got back some Bodhi leaves, gave to friends. You can use the dried ones as bookmark. So you share to remind you about enlightenment, right? So 3 little, 4 little. This song just goes like that, counting the Bodhi leaves. But we know what they represent, right? The Bodhi means enlightenment. It means awaken. So you can actually one day collect these and make into the dried ones. You can get in Malaysia and use as bookmarks, right? Bookmark. So then you share, and you get the joy of sharing, one for you and one for me. So 1 little, 2 little, Bodhi leaf. So it keeps on counting after you hear the song. Very simple song, but the important thing is the word Bodhi. All right. So then we aspire to become like the Buddha one day. Right? So we all be well and happy. Take care, stay safe, be mindful, be peaceful. So now I will switch the screen so that you can listen to the songs very fast, and then that will end the lesson for today. So now you are going to listen to the song. I've explained all the meaning, so it becomes more meaningful for you, isn't it? You have 4 simple songs with very popular tune, and you can listen, right? The first one is a Mandarin tune. All greed, hatred, delusion, practice general. Show loving kindness in your heart, and also wisdom. Let us try and try every day until we succeed. With effort and patience, we will reach peace and bliss. Heart of greed, hatred, illusion, practice general. Show loving kindness in our heart, and also wisdom. Let us try and try every day until we succeed. With effort and patience, we will reach peace and bliss. We will reach peace and bliss. How to be good? Please do not cheat. Oh, please do not steal. Do not lie. If we break them, that we will feel. I shall kill no insect, still not even more object. A kind little child, a good little child. Everyone will then love me. Oh, please do not kill. Oh, please do not steal. Oh, please do not lie. If we break them, bad we will feel. I shall kill no insect, still not even for object. A kind little child, a good little child. Everyone will then love me. Everyone will then love me. Next one, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. How I love you, everyone. Creatures all beneath the sun, 2 feet, 4 feet, more none. How I love you, everyone. That's the way it should be done. Creatures all beneath the sun, how I love you, everyone. Creatures all beneath the sun, 2 feet, 4 feet, more or none. How I love you, everyone. That's the way it should be done. Creatures all beneath the sun, how I love you, everyone. How I love you, everyone. Nice song, isn't it? Little body leaf. 1 little, 2 little body leaf. 3 little, 4 little body leaf. 5 little, 6 little body leaf. 1 for you and 1 for me. 1 little, 2 little body leaf. 3 little, 4 little, 5 little leaf. 5 little, 6 little body leaf. 1 for you and 1 for me. We have come to the end, so that's the end of our Dhamma sharing. May you all be well and happy.